Why is it always something with these fitness influencers? Let's talk about it. Welcome back to the show, y'all. I am Gary Whatley, and this is Whatley's World, where we react to things on the internet. And today we're in fitness influencer mode. Before I head out to the gym, I just wanted to knock this out real quick. Shout out to everybody that's here. Much love. I appreciate y'all. But something needs to be spoken on, man. I know that you always are trying to find a gimmick. You're always trying to find a way to break out, especially in the fitness industry. A lot of the influencers are in a rush to become the next big influencer, you know? Them guys are getting paid lots of money. And there's been a couple of people that have risen up super fast, gotten popular, and both of these guys are interested in their physique, but it's always got to be a gimmick or something to it. There always is. And that's just what I'm here to talk about today. The first guy is Swoll JD. Now, I don't know if you've heard of him recently, but he's a guy that's been coming up. He's the guy that's always telling you to lock the fuck in. You should be locked in, this and that, right? This guy right here, Swoll JD, he gets on you for not doing your shit right.
What the fuck are you doing, bro? I thought you said you were fucking locked in. You eating fucking pizza. That's why you a fat piece of shit right now. Fucking lock in and get to work, bro.
Telling you to lock in, you should be locked in. You shouldn't be eating junk food, watching corn, none of that stuff. Let's pull up his Insta real quick. Actually, it looks like his Insta's been wiped from all of this stuff. But his YouTube channel goes back a few months at least. Let's go to videos. So his YouTube channel goes back to about 8 months, and you can kind of see his journey. Stay consistent. He's in here. He's posting how he gets in shape with working in 9 to 5. Apparently, he used to be a firefighter. You know, shout out to him for that, risking himself for that. You got to be in shape. You got to be healthy for that, for sure. So he had something in him already, you know. If you see his physique right here, not too shabby, you know. He's got the obliques, he's got abs, you know, arms, definition, all that, but sometimes that's not enough. And if you read the titles of his videos, he literally transitions into full-time, you know, influencer mode. Starting off with the water right here, like 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago, he's posting some type of water that gets you healthy, some type of healthier water than there is, right? So he's locked in, he's promoting this water. But, you know, didn't you see him doing some things? This is one that concerned me. I seen a video of him shooting up peptides on Instagram, and then now he's selling them, apparently. So here we have without retatride, without retrotride. Never really heard of a lot of these right here. But check him out, man. You see his physique. It's not crazy. You know, he's got muscle. He's just not defined. He's just not lean. He's just not locked in, like he's saying. You see on his YouTube channel, he literally moves 15 hours away from family to go all in on his dreams. So he moves out from wherever he was to Miami. He's out there in the influencer world, links up with Rick Ross, super motivated. And then I don't know if the water wasn't pushing as hard, but he's still pushing the water. That's his main product. But now he is a rep for peptides. Not only did he show a video of himself injecting himself, but here he is posting some results. So here he is getting a little bit leaner. You can see a few little striations on the chest, a little bit of ab definition. He's definitely in better lighting than he was previously on the other one, but still, it's not magic. You know what I mean? And you can see what a lot of people are saying in the comments, bro. Like, you could have got these results with a good programming structured plan. It's one of those things where it's like, bro, you don't have to do that. You don't have to do that. But you definitely are showing that you're escalating to that point where, steroids probably going to be your next option, going to be your next thing, because you're in a rush, bro. If you were really locked in, you could get these results with 12 weeks, I would say. I'm not sure how long you've been doing the peptides. You took all the other videos off your channel, His channel has grown. He's up to 57, almost 58,000 followers now. But his messaging, he used to be pushing, stay healthy, don't look at corn, don't eat bad, stay locked in. But then he moved. Obviously, he didn't stay locked in. Now he's injecting himself because he thinks he found a cheat code. And all I can say is, man, hope it works out for you. And if you guys need a little bit more information on what peptides are, this article right here from NPR kind of goes over it a little bit here. It recently was published February 23rd, 2026. And the headline says, influencers are promoting peptides for better health. What does science say? So peptides are already out there. There are some popular peptides that you may have heard of that you don't even know are peptides. There are well-known synthetic peptides that the FDA has approved as effective medicine. Insulin is one of them. And if you guys know what the new GLP-1 obesity drug is, that's been taking over the market, helping a lot of people lose weight, but now there's a lot of lawsuits as well. That product, Ozempic, has been on the market. Each peptide does a different thing, right? So some help you grow muscle, some help with anti-aging, some help with immune system things. Let's see here. The claim, various synthetic peptides stimulate natural biological processes that can improve one's health and appearance. Different peptides have different claims, but some of the most popular ones, like I said, muscle growth, better immune function, and slower aging. They're out there right now. They're pretty popular. I do see people even like Greg Doucette. He definitely pushes his Harder Than Last Time supplements, Turk Builder. When you have big influencers and people in the business like that, you tend to be like, well, it can't be that bad. But right here on the bottom line of this NPR article, it says some of the popular peptides marketed online might have potential health and wellness benefits, but most haven't been well studied for efficacy and safety in humans. So taking them is a gamble, which is kind of crazy. I know that's pretty much with everything that people put into their bodies. When you're in that steroid type realm, if you got to inject something into your body, it better be tested and approved so you know what it is and how it's going to affect you. But some people are sacrificing that testing and that information for quick results, as we see with JD Swoll. I'm not sure what's going to happen with this kid. He's a young guy. He's focused. He's grinding. Right here on his Insta, it said he's trying to get to 100,000 a month off selling water. You know what I mean? More power to him. Get your grind on, my guy. But don't risk your health trying to get there. If you lock in, if you're really locked in, you definitely could get these results without any injections. I promise you. I promise you. I promise you. I'm a 43-year-old fitness influencer myself, and I ain't never had to inject anything. Lock in, eat right, maintenance, go hard, whatever stage of your workout that you're in, go hard at it. But, bruh, to think that you gotta inject yourself and you're a young, healthy guy that you never had to do that before. And now that you're in Miami, you feel kind of pressure to keep up with all the other influencers that are doing it. Now you're a peptide influencer. I'm just not fucking with it, man. I'm just not rocking with it, man. I'm just not rocking with it. Lightweight, disappointed to see you make that move, my guy. But you know, you're a grown man and more power to you. But stay healthy, because health is wealth, man. Health is wealth. Let me just say that much. Next story. We've all heard about stolen valor, right? Let me start off with that. If you don't know what stolen valor is, this man right here is the stolen valor fucking guy, Don Shipley. If you're saying anything about you went to any of these services and you went to any wars or you got any medals, this guy gonna double check and make sure that you're legit. He might pull up on you at work and put you on blast, which he's done so many times. But let me get back to the topic at hand. Our guy, Malibu Fit. If you guys haven't heard of Malibu Fit, this guy is somebody who's also just recently come out of nowhere and become, a super popular fitness influencer. One thing about him is that he is a combat vet. But on his Instagram here in his profile, he used to have IED survivor. He used to claim that he was exploded in the face, right? This man right here just seemed like such a cool vibe. He's chill. Like when he says Malibu Fit, like he just has that Malibu type vibe. And he just shows his workout routine, shows how he eats. Like he said, it all started with a clip of him in Costco. Start blowing up like this, people are gonna look into you a little bit. I think he was questioned about his bio by other veterans, and he removed it from his bio, but a lot of people have continued to look into it, and that caused a chain reaction of events, because now we got big influencers looking into you. I talked about them previously. We got Greg Doucette looking you up, and it's crazy because Greg Doucette not only talked about you in this situation, but he also talked about when you were first blowing up. We see 10 days ago, Greg Doucette, the rise of Malibu Fit Maxx, talking about him, his career, his rise, he blow up onto the scene, right? And then one day ago, the drunken fall of Malibu Maxx Fit. 10 days apart. And then one day ago, Malibu Fit responds to his 10-year lie. Bro was put on super blast about ever having been an IUD survivor. He was never exploded, all the coolness and the vibe that he had, he could have just kept that, but he lost a trillion zillion aura once he started lying about it, man. He goes on here and he kind of confesses to what's going on. Some people give him a pass. Some people are ripping him one. Let me know your opinion after you hear this real quick.
Malibu, I wanted to talk to you directly about the claim that I made taking an IED blast to the face. Before anything else, I want to be clear. I did serve between 2005 and 2010. That part of my life is something that I've always been proud of.
They do have footage of him giving speeches, doing bodybuilding shows, doing a lot of stuff, but they don't have footage of him being injured at all during any of this time. From battle, I should say.
I've always had deep respect for the men and women who served alongside me, especially those who suffered more than I ever have. I've always got comments about my face and appearance. Some of them were harsh, and to be honest, I didn't handle it well. I was new to being in the public eye, and I didn't know how to handle the criticism. Instead of facing that right away, I made a bad decision and put IED survivor in my bio. That was not true.
That was not true. He said he got a lot of criticism about his face, and he didn't take it well once he put himself out there as an influencer. So he made an excuse saying that his face was exploded while he was in battle. While he was in battle. Come on, man. Come on, man.
And it was wrong. Truly, I'm sorry from the bottom of my heart. I have always tried to promote positivity and support for others, especially veterans. But I understand that my actions here contradict that. I take full responsibility for it. I know words alone will not fix this. Trust is earned, it's not owed. All I can do is be honest with you guys going forward and let my actions speak for myself over time.
All right. What do you guys think about this man's opinion right here? About his confession to lying? Are you having some pity about it? Do you feel bad because he was having a problem? He had some self-esteem issues and he felt like he had to do this just to cope. I don't know, man. I do think that the reviews have been mixed. I have never served, so shout out to everybody who has served. My daughter is serving, my stepfather served, and I know a bunch of friends. It's definitely a big contribution. They sign their lives over. You disrespect a lot of people, and people absolutely trip over the stolen valor thing. It's not something they take lightly. All vets, they freaking trip on this. Like, let's read some of the comments. As the daughter of a Marine, this is absolutely disgusting. The amount of people we lost due to IEDs, and my dad has no mental capacity anymore because of his PTSD. All the comments saying, oh, people make mistakes, and well done owning up for it. Bullshit. Yeah, she's not going along with that. Only apologized because he got caught, right? And that's true. If you go back, look, check it out. How long ago was this? This was 4 days ago. 4 days ago, he literally got a sup deal.
This is Malibu. I'm just back here at Costco, right where it all started. This is the first time I ever picked up anything, told you all about it, and it started this whole thing going. Now we're in Malibu wholesale. Now we're in Costco wholesale, guys, and this is literally how it started. I was making a video. We were checking out. I spotted this, and I was like, hey, let's go do one more clip, just because I wanted to show everyone a cool product, this hide signature right here. What are the chances?
Then he got a deal. So now he's sponsored by ProSups. Let's check out his followers. He has 1.2 million followers. 1.2 million followers. And his Instagram has been here for, let's go back to his first post. May 11th of 2025. So he hasn't even had his Instagram up for a year yet. And he's up to 1.2 million. He's definitely had some operations. I would say he's done some things to himself. If you look at him previously, he still looks like this. He still looks like him, but he's done some things. Now look at him. Like I said, there's always got to be a gimmick. Malibu Fit was a cool idea. People accepted it. People rocked with it. Like I said, he got him a supplement deal. But at the same time, combining a stolen valor gimmick because you're a vet and you maybe didn't expect it to blow up that big, that fast, and get put on blast like that. Now you got people feeling some type of way. Guys, it doesn't always have to be a gimmick. It doesn't always have to be a gimmick. I've been into fitness my whole life. I've done so many different fitness photo shoots. I've been a fitness model. I've been on covers of nationally published magazines. You know, you don't have to have a gimmick. I've never done steroids. I've never done any injections or anything like that. Creatine, eating well, staying consistent. Over time is the issue. Over time is the thing. A lot of these guys, they are rushing into it. You got to take the time. You got to love the journey, man. Every day going hard when you don't want to, them days compound and you get to where you're going because you worked at it every day. I'm not taking nothing away from Malibu Fit's physique. He has a solid build. Obviously, he's competed before. He's not really new to this. His channel may be pretty new, but he's been in the fitness industry obviously for a while. He takes care of himself, but he just had to add that little gimmicky situation that got him looked at as crazy now. It is what it is. People are gonna feel how they feel. He apologized, he said what he said, but people aren't forced to accept that shit. So I'm just here to say, man, it doesn't always have to be a gimmick. And that just needs to be said. Coming from somebody who's gonna keep it real with you. Appreciate you staying here for this episode with me, man. Let me know, have you heard of Swoll JD? Have you heard of Malibu Fit Maxx? Do you think peptides are cool? Is that something that's acceptable to you? You know? Do you get your natty pass revoked if you're a peptide injector? Stolen valor, don't do it. They're gonna be on your head with no time flat. And then you're gonna have to accept the consequences from there. Hopefully he gets to keep his deal. Hopefully there's no vets that are on that team that are offended by what he did. And he continues to move on and people move past this. But to all the future influencers in the fitness industry out there, stay strong, man. Don't start injecting yourself right away. Stay locked in, like Swoll JD used to say. And that'll work out the best for you, man. Stay consistent. Just keep going to that shit. Work through the pain. Anyways, man, we gonna get up out of here. Appreciate y'all for tuning into this episode of Whatley's World. Y'all have a good day.